DM Kurt here. Greetings, adventurers. So, a player and I were talking about making our own sci-fi RPG. What would it take? Well, let's say that we were doing it just for our own home play. Okay? Let's just start there. What we would need is figure out our character generation. We're going to use 3 attributes. We're going to use 6 attributes. Maybe copy paste the mechanics out of something else. But you're going to need to figure out what particular style of sci-fi is this going to look like. And then inform your decisions as to what the species are going to look like in the character generation. And there may even be some NPC species that you're not allowed to use because they're only NPCs or only bad guys. And then you're going to have a set of rules for character versus character combat. Something that'll handle both hand-to-hand and ranged combat. You're going to want to have ships because spaceships. The whole point of sci-fi is having spaceships, right? And then ship-to-ship combat rules. Okay. If you're going to include the Force or psionics, you're going to have what's basically the game mechanics for using magic. It's not magic necessarily, unless you want to use magic in your sci-fi and mix it all up. But even if you call it psionics, and even if you call it the Force, it's still mechanically magic. So you have to add that in. Then you'll have to figure out, what do the ships look like? What do the aliens look like? If you're doing it at your home, then you can just say, hey, these are Klingons, or these are Vrusk from Star Frontiers. Which brings us to, why aren't we just playing Star Frontiers? The original Star Frontiers PDFs, Star Frontier Alpha Dawn, had 4 playable races right up front. It had ship-on-ship combat. It had character-on-character combat. Could just do that. You could also, this is just for home use the existing stuff off of, I think there's a sci-fi add-on to Savage Worlds. There's Starfinder, Stars Without Number. There's licensed Star Trek and Star Wars role-playing games. The stuff's out there. I saw an article, top 19 tabletop sci-fi RPGs. 19. Why not 20? Why not 10 or 5? Nice regular numbers. But okay. So maybe you don't need to make up your own stuff. Maybe you just grab an existing one. Time is money. And adapt it to your needs. Okay. And that would do it. You would have your tabletop sci-fi RPG, just modding something that already exists. You could hold your breath and wait for Star Frontier's New Genesis, which the current owners of the TSR name are putting out. They're not related to the original TSR who put out the original Star Frontiers, but this Star Frontiers New Genesis has been billed as their kind of flagship game that may or may not have been written and may or may not have been sent to the printers or shipped or anything, and nobody has any. It's a ghost product. Nobody can find it. Nobody can see it. Nobody can get a copy in their little hands. But it might come out. Who knows? I say don't hold your breath on anything promised from any company that hasn't put out products yet. Just look at games that are already in play, because games that are already in play have already been reviewed. So for your home game, if you really want to go to the effort of making up your own, you can. Or you can just get the old stuff. But anyway, you're making up your game. You get some artwork, either draw your own or hire an artist or copy out of a book, whatever, for your home game, because do not try to sell plagiarized material. And a map. I like having a map in every game. Here's Earth over here, and here's the place where our ally lives, and here's the place where our other ally lives, and over here is the unknown Sector 5 where mysterious stuff comes out of, and maybe that's invaders or whatever. A nice star map of the known galaxy. That's cool. You gotta have that. It's doable. You could make your own game from scratch. You could make it from the bones of other games that you've just kind of modded and mishmashed together, or you just buy something existing. But anyway, those were my musings on making your own sci-fi game. If you want to do any of this and sell it for a profit, you can, but it's going to be more involved. It's not going to be just scabbing off of something else. You have to do your own original work, your own writing of the lore of these worlds and why these aliens are working together and why those ones aren't working together, and, you know, what's the human place in this? Is there an overarching empire? Is it a loose confederation? What's going on? Write that up. And then hire an editor to edit it. We're trying to sell this. It's got to look good. Your art has to be all original work, which you can hire an artist to do. Then you have to get a layout person to put it all nicely on a page. And your best art, your best layout is that front cover. That front cover that says, this is my game. Look at this cool stuff. Here's my title. That's what you want to buy, man. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, your cover page is worth 10,000 words. Now find somebody to publish it for you. Good luck. Anyway, these are some of my musings on making your own sci-fi RPG. Good luck out there. Game Kurt out.